But don't touch the nannies or the gardeners or the ones who are picking up the...
Don't touch the nannies? Wait, what? You better continue, lady, because that don't make no sense. What you're saying, I ain't touching no nanny. Thanks for clicking on the Ochanos channel, where we cover trending videos via various social media platforms trending in the United States for the day. This is the YouTube edition. Okay, starting over at YouTube, we have the right view again, and pretty amazing. Check it out.
Hilarious.
What do you think of these photos of an immigration detention center?
I think that's really sad. I don't think you should treat human beings like that. That's inhumane. I don't think people should have to live in those conditions.
So you didn't vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
And this may be one of the reasons, because he treats people like this.
I mean, listen, it's one of those things where you gotta vote for the lesser evil.
What if I told you these are actually detention centers in Arizona and Texas under the Biden administration in 2021?
I'd say Biden isn't a perfect president either, and I don't support what he did then either.
Well, you voted for Kamala, his best friend, running mate there. They called her the border czar. She was in charge of the border and everything. This happened under their watch. You cast a vote for someone who treated migrants coming across the border like this.
It's like, how do you get past, how do you do the mental gymnastics and the hypocrisy? I don't get it. I don't understand it. But here's Doc Rich. Check this out.
Well, well, well. Isn't this interesting? Y'all let me know how you feel about this clip in the comments, all right?
Now, I saved this
Check
one.
it out.
Except for that music. Friend of mine, he's ex-Air Force many years ago, but he's always told me about vapor trails, and I was like, nah, vapor trails. But I mean, this is kind of like undeniable. So maybe changing my mind on that vapor trail, especially after the government admitted they are actually manipulating the weather. Kind of hard to deny that, right? Another one from Doc Rich. Check it out.
Now it makes sense why Democrats and liberals don't like ICE. I want you guys to take a listen to this and let me know what you think.
It makes sense why they are trying so hard to demonize
I haven't seen
ICE. Did you know? Probably didn't know this, but it makes sense. ICE is the #1 agency that goes after child traffickers. They go after terrorists in this country that are here domestically. ICE is here to go after international threats here in this country. Let's get to the part that everyone really wants to talk about. They go after people that abuse their visas and overstay. You know what'll happen? Never mind. I'm not going to get into that because I got to be careful because it's TikTok. It's actually not about your race as much as social media and news outlets wants to push it out. The message that I have gotten from Democrats is that protecting our country is a bad thing.
What?
I don't know that homosexuality.
Okay, whoa, what? Protecting the country is a bad thing. I mean, that's what she got from it. So that's her personal opinion. Now, this one, I've seen this lady before, right? Seen her before in another video, but listen to the mindset of this. This is from Nicholas Bowling, okay? Check it out.
Is a sin. I don't know that I trust modern translations because historically they have come from suppressive European history, as you probably know.
Certain denominations, they'll read the scriptures, and if they see something that maybe they don't like that doesn't agree with the way that they think, a lot of times they'll skip over it. The other alternative to just skipping over it is just to try to discredit it and say that it's not credible. Have you ever heard of the Dead Sea Scrolls? And there was a shepherd out in the Middle East somewhere, and he had a sheep go down in this cave, and he threw a rock in there to try to scare his sheep so it would come out. And he actually heard like a pot break. And he found these vessels that had a bunch of different scrolls in them. There's tons of the Old Testament scriptures that were found And those scrolls actually line up with the modern translations that we have. There's over 24,000 manuscripts just for the New Testament. If you bring those all together and you look at the differences between them, none of those differences change the core teachings, even of the scriptures and even of Jesus Christ. Can man corrupt scriptures? It's very possible that people would want to corrupt the Bible, to twist it around and gain control.
Yeah, there's a lot of opposing views on the scripture, why, especially the King James Version, why it was written. So historically, there's information there that would lead one person to believe that it was written for a particular reason. But one thing that really hasn't changed is like Matthew, right? Where Jesus spoke and it was written down. And that's why Matthew is my favorite part of the Bible. So anyways, let's go to the next one. This is going to be from Katutu. Okay.
Why does it hurt when you bite your tongue by accident, but it doesn't hurt when you bite your tongue on purpose? And why are you biting your tongue right now?
Who's going to pick the cotton?
Oh, man. I fell right into that. Okay, Adam Gold.
Oh, man.
But don't touch the nannies or the gardeners or the ones who are picking up the
Don't touch the nannies. Wait, what? You better continue, lady, because that don't make no sense. What you're saying, I ain't touching no nanny.
jalapeno peppers or the oranges or the berries or the ones in the dairy houses. Come on. Those people are helping us eat better, cheaper homes, cheaper vegetables, and better fruits.
It's
so
true.
Those are the ones that we are trying to give a dignified status.
I mean, because nobody else wants to pick oranges per ton. No American's going to want to do that. Per ton. That's how much. That's how they get paid per ton. It's piecework. Crazy. Okay, so we were over at X now, our news section. That's right. We have news here at the Ochanos channel. News. This was posted 12 hours ago. It was from Texas College, and it's showing green flames. Okay, green flames, and then this person is saying, "Excuse me, I'm legally blind, so excuse me." Okay, green flames, question mark, question mark. So I did a little bit of research, and apparently those green flames are when copper ionizes, like copper wiring ionizes, and yeah, that's the result of it. From a copper fire ionization mixture. Okay. If you haven't followed me already at X, follow me at X. I post all this stuff over here at X. This from Alpha Fox, 21 hours ago. Educators are teaching kids about personal pronouns instead of actual school lessons. I don't know this to be the case. I don't know if it's true. Okay, but Alpha Fox, he posts a lot of funny stuff, so check it out.
I am gender neutral, so I am not a female nor am I a male.
And you're also not a teacher. Next, check this out. This is from Defiant L's. This person had a meltdown in a car. In a car? You're kidding me, man. In a car?
I don't understand what is so hard about correcting other people when they misgender others. Like,
Well, there's nothing hard about correcting people that misgender you. There's nothing hard about it unless you make it hard.
it takes
And
you
you
like
cry
2
in your
seconds,
car.
but you know what it takes for me to have to constantly do that?
What's
A
that?
lot of fucking unnecessary emotional labor that I already have to take on a daily basis just to fucking exist and be who I am.
Okay. My question is, why in a car? Why are you guys doing this in a car? And I say, guys. I said, guys. See, I didn't misgender you. But I call everybody guys. Okay, so we have something from Libs of TikTok, liberal woman on TikTok. She's raising her daughter to be sexist. Oh no! From TikTok? That's unheard of. Something sexist from
I'm
TikTok?
teaching my 5-year-old daughter to be a misandrist. If you didn't scroll after I said that, then let me tell you why
I
I'm doing
didn't
this
scroll.
now. My daughter is going to grow up in a patriarchal society.
Okay,
Just like I
patriarchal.
did as a
Okay.
millennial.
Okay.
And I want her to go into the world with an inflated sense of self. Her
Okay.
doctors, her dentist, any sort of healthcare provider that we go to.
Oh, it
I
has
want
music.
her as a woman.
I have to mute you. So now what are you saying? Oh, I can't hear you. Okay, next. And we have one last one. This is men are intimidated by strong, independent women, and rather than step up to the plate, they are well, I can't say that on air. Okay. But let's listen to what she has to
At the end of the
say.
day, all men want is to watch football, drink light beers in a jerk circle with each other.
No, I did not watch the Super Bowl. I'm just saying I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I'm not really into like sports or anything. Okay? So,
And just like be
no,
gay for
not
each
all
other. That's
guys.
what they really want. They don't want to be in a
Wait,
relationship.
what?
They don't want to get married. Because women can provide for themselves now. I feel like men have lost their purpose. Like they don't feel the need to seek out a woman and start a family.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting from her just saying that, right? She's single. Yeah. And now that she said that, I know I. Anyways, that's all that we have for today. I'd like to thank you for watching the channel for this long. This is the YouTube edition of the Ochanos channel. Click that face up there. That's how you join the channel. Thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.